you want to make sure that you are aware or in control at least of what you are putting into your body. Because if you're just putting any and everything that's healthy, I mean, there's a reason I looked the way I did and I wasn't happy with myself, because I was eating healthy, but I just wasn't eating the right foods, or I wasn't eating the right quantity of the right foods. And that's what I want to try to show you guys today, exactly what you need to do and what I wish I knew when I was working RBC and I was going into the office and I was at the food court and I was like, oh shit, like what do I eat? And I was stressing, or I would eat the right foods, but then I'd feel like shit afterwards because, you know, like I'm super lethargic, I'm feeling sleepy, I'm falling asleep on my desk, you know, I'm having to go on like walks to keep myself awake, or like just drink water, or like I don't even drink coffee, but like having to actually go buy coffee just to stay awake because I'm so sleepy because I ate too much. Like I'm having to do shit like that, which I normally shouldn't be doing. So like all the stuff that I wish I knew how to fix, I'm going to try to show you guys in this video. So the goal for today, or the protein goal for today, is 250 grams. And yeah, it's currently 1 p.m. right now. I haven't eaten anything yet. So depending on if I'm working from home or if I'm going to be out and about, I'll probably eat different things. So today I'm going to be working from home. So I'm going to show you guys exactly what I do when I am working from home and how you can hit easily over 200 grams of protein, if that's your goal, of course, with like minimal effort, because obviously I don't want to spend 20 hours in the kitchen. I mean, no one wants to do that. No one has time to do that anyways. And I know for a lot of people watching this, you're working, you know, high demanding, high stress jobs. And it's not the easiest thing to also, when you finish all of that, now come home and cook. Like, hell no. There's so many times where I would finish work and I would be so motivated to actually do the right thing when I got home. I'd be like, okay, as soon as I get home, I'm going to eat the right foods. I'm going to cook. I'm going to do this and that and this and that. But then get home, I take out the chicken. I try to start cooking it. Then I'm like, this doesn't really taste the way I want it to taste. Or I'm like, actually, that's a lot of effort. You know what? Let's just do this tomorrow. And I would just keep pushing it back. I would push it back a day. I'd push it back 2 days. Then I would say something like, okay, you know what? Let me just meal plan everything, but I'll meal plan on like Sunday. So now I have no plan. And because I have no plan, my first thing is, you guessed it, Uber Eats. And so now I'm just ordering Uber Eats. And I try to order something healthy off of Uber Eats. I might get like Nando's, but I'm ordering Nando's, which is like just chicken. But I'm also ordering fries. I'm ordering rice. I'm ordering their garlic bread. So I'm having a whole lot of other shit, which, you know, I'm trying to be healthy under that like healthy umbrella of like, oh, it's Nando's, it's healthy. But then it's like, okay, well, I'm getting all this other stuff on the side, which now make it unhealthy. So that was like that was the biggest thing I struggled with, honestly. And just trying to convince myself, or just really help myself understand that, like, man, you can even eat the healthy foods, but if you eat too much of the healthy foods, that's still a bad thing. Because if you're obviously trying to get six-pack abs, or if you're obviously trying to get in shape, like I was trying to get in shape, you have to be very in control of, like, you know, your protein intake, and very in control of your calories. More so your protein intake. And that's what I try to preach, like, get your damn protein. So with that being said, I'm gonna now cook up breakfast. I brought out shrimp from my freezer. So my shrimp is currently defrosting. And so while it's defrosting, I'm gonna have it later. So that's gonna be like dinner for me. I'm not gonna eat shrimp for breakfast. What I am gonna eat for breakfast, I wanna make sure that 80% of the foods I'm eating are whole foods. I didn't know what whole foods were until I started eating whole foods. Like when I was working corporate, I didn't know what whole foods were. I just thought that, oh, whole foods, like you mean the grocery store. But now I know whole foods are foods that grew from the earth. Foods that weren't created in a lab, in a laboratory. Those are whole foods. So anything like potatoes, like chicken, beef, rice, like this stuff wasn't created in a factory. It grew from earth, from God's green earth. So those are what whole foods are. You want to make sure your diet has 80% whole foods, and then 20% can be whatever you want. So as long as you follow that rule, for the most part, you'll be fine. Just to give you guys some visuals, this is my shrimp that's defrosting. Cooking spray, boom. Egg whites, boom. And then we need to get into the seasonings. So I like to go crazy on the seasonings. Again, seasonings, they have sodium in them, but they don't really have calories. And so as long as you're drinking your water and you're mindful, you can have as much seasonings as you want. So I like to throw in some black pepper, garlic powder, paprika, why not? Sea salt, why not? What else? What is this? Oregano leaves behind here. I'm gonna take this out after. I'm trying to show you guys exactly what I'm eating. So I go crazy with the seasonings. So My egg whites are very well seasoned. And I don't just like eating egg whites by themselves. It's kind of boring to me. So in my other freezer, I have some home fries. So again, these aren't maybe like the healthiest. Like I'd be better off with like real potatoes, but honestly, I don't really care that much. And this is like not that much work. So I can just throw these directly into the air fryer. Macros for these, we got 100 calories for 85 grams. Pretty decent. And then, whatchamacallit, 1 gram of protein. Perfect. So I'm gonna throw these guys directly into air fryer. And then cook up on the stove here my egg whites. So that's gonna be meal number 1. So I'm just gonna leave this here. You know what, I'm just gonna take my shirt off just cause it's one of those things where, you know, sometimes you just gotta take the shirt off, you know. Sometimes you just gotta do it. Sometimes you just gotta take the shirt off. But as you can see, kind of like help me stay lean. Egg whites and some potatoes. First thing I wanna do is get the egg whites going because those take a while. I cook them at not a super high temperature. Got some dishes I gotta take out. This is too big for the egg white. Perfect. So now while this is heating up, I'm just gonna keep the rest of the dishes. I already know exactly how much of my food I'm gonna be eating. I'm gonna be having about 250 grams of egg whites. I have my scale. My scale says 0. Okay? I put my egg whites on my scale. 271. Cool. So now, come over here, spray, little spray, nothing too crazy. Egg whites. Remember, it said 271 before, right? So now I'm gonna pour out everything. First, I'm gonna lower the temperature, so it's like not, so it doesn't burn the egg whites as soon as they come on. So I dropped it down to 5. Cool. Now I pour the egg whites in. Now let's see how much it weighs. 270. 29. So now it says 29. So 271 minus 29, that's like 230, 270. That's 240. So this is 240 grams of egg whites. So now that that's cooking up, I got my spatula right here. And then, yeah, now I can start going crazy with this. So I'm just gonna give this a little bit more time. You want it to be like this. You see that little like that kind of? You kind of do it like that. Anyways, boom. So I'm gonna leave that right there. So I'm gonna let that cook a little bit. I got some air fryer sheets right here, so I can put stuff directly onto the sheet without having to touch the air fryer stuff. So air fryer sheet, boom. And then I'm also gonna weigh this out again as well. So move this stuff out of the way. I'm gonna keep all these supplements. Man, I got so many supplements. All right, so now I got my scale. I'm putting this on the scale. I'm looking at the scale. I'm pressing 0. So now whatever is on here weighs 0. Hold on. Let me put this properly. Now it says 0. I know that, what, 85 grams is gonna be 100 calories. So let's see how many grams come out, or how many grams are left. So I got 142 grams. So I'll do the conversion later, but I don't got a lot. Not a whole lot to work with. This is gonna be looking like a pretty light breakfast, I'm not gonna lie. I just wanna make sure now that I start getting the seasonings going. So I'm gonna start doing that right now. And you don't wanna wait too late for the seasonings. So I'm gonna start doing the seasonings right now, and I'm pouring it into the eggs, which are right here. So I'm gonna be going in with some garlic powder. Then I'm going in some pepper, some salt, a little salt. You know what? I want to try something different today. We're gonna put some jerk seasoning on this, because why not? I like jerk chicken. Why not put some jerk chicken seasoning on my eggs? Like, you can really just be creative with this. Like, you don't have to just do what everyone else does. Like, I know jerk seasoned eggs probably isn't like the most appetizing thing to you, but hey man, it's appetizing to me, so if it works for me, that's all that matters. I'm the one eating it. Just literally regular egg whites. I can cook this at a pretty low temperature. I'm in no rush because I still got 10 minutes on this, so I'm really in no rush. And so then I'm just sprinkling some more jerk seasoning onto this. And yeah, that's pretty much the egg whites that are almost done. I'm just gonna let them cook a little bit. Next step is gonna be actually plating everything. Alright, so I got my plate right here that I'm gonna be using. So this is my current barbecue sauce of choice. It's called Kinder's. This is the hot honey flavor. So that's gonna be my first meal of the day. So I'm gonna be making some shrimp and rice later. I already planned it out. So shrimp and rice later, and then I'm gonna be making something special for dessert, which is just gonna be some protein ice cream. This is what like frustrates me so hard, is because I wish someone told me. I really wish someone told me I was able to eat the foods I eat now when I was working corporate. Because if I was able to eat those foods, I probably wouldn't hate my life the way I hated it. Because I literally thought that, okay, if I'm trying to get in shape, I need to change everything, which is not entirely untrue, but there's like some big changes that you need to make. Actually, no, not even. There's not even some big changes you need to make. It's like more so like sacrifice, not even sacrificing. It's just more so like just making swaps, like switching shit around. So for example, before I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna get rice and chicken, but I'm getting rice and chicken from Manchu Wok. Tastes hella good. Don't get me wrong. Like the honey garlic chicken from Manchu Wok tastes hella good. But the only problem with it is comes with hella calories as well. And so because of that, now because I ate that, I can't really eat a whole lot during the day. And so then I was like, okay, is there a better way to do this? And so when I started cooking my own foods, I can control how much oil they put in it. And I don't have to be like, oh man, well, there's so much oil in this and it has so many calories, so because I eat this, I can't eat this. Like, no, I'll do it myself. And I want to find a way to do it which isn't going to require me to put a lot of time and energy into it, because I'm coming around from work, I'm hella tired. Like, I'm tired, bro. Like, I don't think you guys understand like how like mentally draining a lot of this shit is, especially when you're working corporate world. And you could be having a good day, right? Everything's going smooth. 4:30 p.m. You're gonna take the 5 o'clock train home. 4:45 comes, someone comes on your desk, boom. Hey, I'm gonna need you to help me work on this project. I need it done by end of day. This, that, and you're in your head. In my head, I'm just thinking like, bro, like I was about to leave in like 15 minutes, but like I can't say no because I'm trying to climb the corporate ladder. I don't know about y'all, but I was able to move up the corporate ladder hella quick just because I understood that you can't always be right. You can't always be right. And not just like not that you can always be right, but also that you can't like always have it your way. Like you really have to just do what other people want. Unfortunately, if you're trying to succeed in the corporate world. But anyways, so I do all that. Now instead of taking the 5 o'clock train home, I'm taking a 6 o'clock train home. So I'm already delayed. I'm pissed because I don't have that much time in the day, because as soon as I get home, I have to try to go to the gym, or I have to like unwind, and I'm gonna be on my phone for 2 hours, and then I want to watch like Netflix, or I want to go play basketball or something chill, right, for like an hour, like something I want to do for like an hour. By that time, it's already 10 p.m. Now that it's 10 p.m., I don't have the energy. Like I just don't have the energy anymore to now be like, oh, like let me go to the gym, or oh, let me cook. Like I'm tired, and then I know that I have to wake up the next day at 6 a.m. So I'm not really happy right now. And so when I got those inconveniences, it would be so frustrating, because it's like, yo, now you're taking time away from me. And this is the time that I carved out for eating healthy, or this is the time that I carved out for going to the gym. But now that I'm able to cook the way I do, and I see food the way I do now, I don't have that same problem. Like most of the food I eat, it looks good and it tastes good too, and it doesn't take me very long to make. I can make most of this in like 10-15 minutes maximum. Like that's the absolute max. Like right now I'm making breakfast. The eggs I literally made the eggs while making this video. It probably took me like 5-6 minutes tops. The potatoes are in the air fryer. Again, I'm not cooking that, and I don't have to clean it after. I mean, obviously I'm gonna clean it like every once in a while, but I don't have to clean it necessarily because I bought these air fryer sheets. You can get them from Dollarama. It's like 25 cents. Sorry, it's like $1, and you get like 25 sheets. So you put the sheets in, and then you put the food. So then the actual machine doesn't get dirty. And again, saves cleaning time, saves the headache of being like, oh, I have to clean this later. and I just cook my shit. So it's cooking the thing for me. I don't even have to cook that. So as soon as that's done, I already got my eggs done, ready, boom. I'm having barbecue sauce, boom. And then I have the potatoes. That's breakfast right there. And that breakfast is about probably, what, 30, 40 grams of protein right there, easy. My next meal, I'm gonna have some shrimp, I'm gonna have some rice. Shrimp is hella quick to make. Shrimp, like, I can either put in the air fryer or I can put it on the pan, either or. It'll probably take me like, I don't know, maybe like another 10 minutes to make. Rice, I put it in the rice cooker. I'm not even cooking the rice, I'm putting the rice in the rice cooker. And the rice cooker will cook the rice in like 15 minutes, you know? So boom, that's dinner right there. And the last thing I'm gonna make is literally gonna be ice cream. I'm eating ice cream, okay? And the ice cream, to prep it, took me maybe 4 or 5 minutes. And to actually like prepare it, I have an ice cream machine right here, Ninja Creamy. I'm gonna put it in this. It takes 2 minutes, 2 minutes. And I have my protein for the whole day. And so if you combine all my cooking time, I've literally cooked, or I'm literally gonna be cooking for like 20 minutes. It's gonna be a longer than 20-minute video, but I'm literally gonna be cooking for like 20 minutes. And so all I'm trying to do is show you that like, yo, like you really don't need that much time. And so if I knew I could eat like this, those days where I came back and I was like hella pissed or I was hella cheesed, that like, man, I'm not like, gonna be able to cook food anymore. Like that was my excuse. That was always my, oh, like I don't have the time. I'm not gonna have enough time to cook. It's like, oh, you're just making the wrong things, or you're trying to make things that are a little bit too complex. If you simplify what you're trying to make, it'll make it a lot easier. And so that's what I'm gonna try and show you with this video, that like the foods you eat can be simple and you can still get high protein. The first step is literally gonna be like I showed you, cooking up the foods. And so everything's done from the air fryer. I got my egg whites, I got my barbecue sauce. While I've been making this video, I've cooked up my food. So when I hear the excuse like, oh, I don't have time, it's like, bro, like, did you even try? Like, really? Like that might work to someone else. Like excuses sound best to the person who's making them. Anyways, I got my food right here, and I'm gonna show you guys exactly how I played everything and we're about to eat. We are protein focused here, guys, okay? It's all about the protein. Protein from the pan, easy. Again, this doesn't look anything too crazy. It's literally just eggs, egg whites, and then these. Hold on. Before I do the breakfast, before I do the big reveal, I'm putting some barbecue sauce on that. I like barbecue sauce. Some people like ketchup. Some people like mustard. Whatever you like, go use it. This is like a lower calorie version of barbecue sauce, which I really like. It took me 5 minutes to make, literally. You saw the eggs, potatoes I didn't have to cook. I got barbecue sauce right there. One of the things I really realized is if your food doesn't look appetizing, you're not gonna wanna eat it. So this food right here, for me, this looks hella appetizing. This looks tasty. You know, I have a nice little dish I'm gonna be eating on. I got my potatoes on one side, I got my egg whites on the other side, I got my barbecue sauce in the middle. Like, when you start eating food that looks good and you start making food in a way that actually like looks pretty presentable, it makes a hell of a difference. So that's gonna be my breakfast. I'm gonna go ahead and eat meal 1. I'm just gonna pray before my meal, and then we will get into meal 2. I'll see you guys for meal 2, which is gonna be dinner. Jesus, my Father, Lord, I thank you for this food that you help bless everyone who's watching this video with the knowledge that they need in order to be able to hit their protein goals as well. And I ask all this in the mighty, matchless, and holy name of Jesus Christ. Amen and amen. All right, now time to eat. So that's the first meal. Literally just that's just easy. Another thing too I was gonna say with the seasonings, if you switch them up from time to time, it makes it so much more interesting and more fun to eat. Because today I have like jerk chicken eggs. If you put maybe more garlic powder on your whatever, maybe sprinkle some Parmesan cheese, you can have some garlic parm eggs. You know what I mean? So by switching up the seasonings, you can give yourself different ways to kind of like continue to enjoy the same foods without getting tired of it. So yeah, so I'm gonna finish this up and then get to some work. And then I'm gonna see you guys for meal number 2. Cheers. All right, so I'm just at my desk right now. I am just created this one presentation, which is I'm talking about the 2 different layers of PCT. So this is going to be, I think I'm dropping this YouTube video. Okay, so at the time of this video being out right now, that video that I have on my screen right there has already been, it's already been posted. So go give that a watch. It kind of breaks down the 2 layers of PCT and like the thinking and the methodology you need to actually not just eat the food on a consistent basis, but to know why you're eating the food and to create like a proper routine and schedule around that food. So it's currently 5:16 right now. I've been working on this presentation for a little bit. I've been doing a little bit of work as well, filming some other videos. And so I'm gonna be getting ready to cook some food soon. So I didn't forget about you guys. I have my food defrosting right now. And so I'm gonna be doing and getting into that very, very shortly. So this is gonna be like a transition / filler video between my meal 1 into my meal 2. And then I'll show you the last transition between meal 2 into meal 3. So for this, again, it's gonna be shrimp and rice. And then I'm gonna show you guys what that's looking like. Peace. All right, so just finished working right now. And it is about 7:24, so I'm gonna be having my second meal. Again, the way I be eating, it probably won't work for most people, but you just need to do what works for you. So just finished work right now, and I was building out a restaurant list for one of my clients. He's away right now on vacation with his family, and so he already sent me the list of the different restaurant reservations that he has. Or he didn't send me, his EA sent it to me, and then I got all those names, and then actually went through the menu for each of them and picked out some options that he can actually have. And so I did that, built him some hotel workouts as well that he can do that are gonna fit his needs and goals. And now it's time to eat. Rice cooker. Rice right here. Let me plug it in over there. My rice right here. The key to making perfect rice every time is you literally just want to use equal parts water as you do with the rice. So this is 1 cup of rice. Cool. I'm gonna do another cup. I'm not gonna eat this all today, and even if I don't eat it all today, it's totally fine. I can always save it, and it's easy to warm up and heat up and eat the next day. Worst case, I can do either like a stir fry or whatever, if it stays in the fridge too long, but it won't stay last longer than like a day or 2. I'll always just see how much rice I have left and kind of just go from there. But yeah, this is the second cup. All right, rice going, and so now it's just gonna wash this. So I'm gonna wash it, go to wash with water, rinse it, wash it again, rinse it, trying to get all the, I guess it's starch, try to get all the starch out. So gotta wash this real quick, trying to get everything on the edges here so we got nothing sticking, and I won't have to use my hands. All right, I'm just shake this across. Perfect. So now that that's good, drop this right there. Let me put this guy down. Cool. So this changes to red. Good to go. And so now we let this cook until it's white right here. And now that that's done, the next step is going to be cooking the shrimp. I'm gonna cook some shrimp for tomorrow too, just so I have some extra and I don't have to necessarily like go cook again. So I'm gonna cook some shrimp for tomorrow. This is 24. This is 24. I might count it out. I might not. You know, I'm just gonna see. But got the shrimp, got the pan, and got my beloved seasonings. So for the shrimp today, we're gonna be going in with the paprika, the salt, some garlic, some black pepper, some of this Old Bay seasoning. If you know, you know. This is really good for seafood. So I use this for when I make salmon as well. But it's good for shrimp, seafood, crab, all that good stuff. If that's your vibe, I'm gonna go for some oregano leaves as well. And then, yeah, that should be pretty much it. And most of my meals that I make are probably quicker than 10 minutes. Shrimp doesn't take that long on a pan. Oh, I'm also gonna put some jerk seasoning in mine too. So, yeah, so I'm gonna go and get to cooking that right now. Literally just gonna pour this. I already washed and everything, so. So next thing is going to be seasoning. So I'm going to be adding some seasonings in. I'll just show each one to the camera. Honestly, it's easier that way. All right, first up, garlic, black pepper, that's the paprika, oregano leaves, and then the Old Bay. So if you couldn't tell already, I'm black, and we like over seasoning, and so I love over seasoning. I love the flavor. So obviously there's a lot of seasoning on this. So what I do now is I kind of just let it chill for a little bit, and then I try to flip it. So normally I would use like my spatula, but just because I'm trying to film and like make this part a little bit more interesting, I'm going to just be using my hands. Next. Perfect. So on my shrimp, now I'm gonna spray this side again with some light spray, so nothing crazy. I'm using the same spray, then I'm gonna season this side. And then we're gonna get into paprika. Let's go. Boom. Boom. Look at the seasoning. Look at the flick of the wrist. That's how we're going. That's how I'm coming. Let's go. Boom. Next. Garlic. Bow. Saucy. Let's go. Easy. See that? Let's see that. That's no flex. I just look like this, bro. Like, anyways. So now we got some coriander. So I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit. This. It's frozen to preserve the freshness. We're not free calories, but like, doesn't really count for anything. So the better I can make it taste, why not, right? It's not gonna show up on a calorie list. So, coriander is going. This is going. Let's check on the rice. Rice is orange light, which means that's keeping it warm, which means that it has cooked. Perfect. So rice is ready to go. So that's on standby. Now it's just gonna be our shrimp. So now this is the shrimp ready in like 5 minutes. Shrimp's ready to go, rice ready to go. Now just to do the second batch, then I'm gonna plate everything and I'm gonna get into the eats. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really hungry. I'm cooking this and I'm hungry, so if you guys are watching this and you're like, oh, this looks good, yo, trust me, I'm hungry because I'm about to eat. I'm waiting for the second batch of shrimp, and while I was waiting, I decided to walk over to the fridge and I found a piece of chocolate. So I'm just gonna eat it. I'm not really gonna track it. Like I said, I only track my protein because I've been good today, so I can afford this one. So yeah, this is a piece of chocolate that I have. I don't know why it was in the fridge, but it's just been sitting there for a little bit. I just decided, you know what? Let me just get it over with. I could actually add this to my ice cream later today, but I'm hungry right now and not later today. So I'm gonna eat right now. I'm gonna snack on this in between my meal, and that's why it's also so important to make sure that you don't have a whole lot of unhealthy food options in your place, because I don't know why I have this piece of chocolate. Don't ask any questions, but because I have it, I'm snacking on it. And so when you make the environment hard for you to, when you want to make it as easy as possible for you to not mess up. And so for me, not having chocolate would make it pretty easy. And for me, making chocolate would make it pretty easy to not mess up. So I'm gonna shrimp it cook. Once that cooks, I'm good to go. So when I was making this video, part of me wanted to be like, show you only the good parts, you know? Show you like me cooking the steak, show me cooking the shrimp, and then show you like when the next batch is ready, I'm like, leave this part out. But I was like, okay, you know what? Like, you'd be selling a lie, because you want to be as authentic as possible. You want to be like real. And like, if I'm snacking on a piece of chocolate, I'm gonna show you guys I'm snacking on a piece of chocolate. Again, I'm showing you guys everything I eat during the day, not just what I want to show you. So this is everything I eat. You know, I'm not tracking this chocolate. Guilt free. I'm snacking on this, smacking. But now this is the next step. This is how I like to do it. Again, maybe not the most optimal way, but again, this is just how I like to do it. This is my way of cooking. So I'll kind of compress it down into a bowl. It could be any bowl of your choice. Make sure it's like a medium-sized bowl, nothing too big and nothing too small as well. But compress everything down, and then I'm gonna go for the middle. Eating on, I'm gonna put it in the middle like this. Do a little something like this, a little spin, and I should get, boom, perfect. Now this is gonna be my rice, and now I just plate the shrimp around the rice. I'll do it. Let's just see that. Nice little rice bed. Then we got the seasoned shrimp. Oh yeah. Can't wait to eat this. Just gonna take a video real quick for Instagram. So again, me doing what I did with this plate literally changes nothing to the flavor, but it does make I don't know what that was, but it does make it taste a little better, a little bit better to my brain. And so yeah, that's honestly the whole thing behind, the whole reasoning behind, you know, wanting to, you know, go the extra mile and like take that extra minute or 2 minutes to actually just plate the food properly. There's so much, it makes a world of a difference. It might not seem that important, but like it honestly makes a world of a difference. Like actually being confident of the food that you cook and that you put into your body makes such a big difference. Bon appetit. Okay, this guy's still good. This part's a little flimsy, so I'm probably not going to use that part. But next to like no calories. I mean, that's not true. It has calories in it, but it's not a whole lot of calories. So I'm gonna cut up this whole head of lettuce right here. This whole head of lettuce. And I'm gonna have this with a little bit of cucumbers. I'm gonna eat my shrimp and rice with this. That, and I have some calorie-wise balsamic. Okay. This whole thing that you're looking at, believe it or not, it's a ton of food. 5 calories for 30 milliliters. So I'm just gonna put this on a scale and weigh it. Okay, so this kitchen is a mess, but I'm just gonna clean after. 0. So when this says 30, I'll know I've hit 45 calories. Rice and shrimp, salad. I'm gonna say my prayers real quick. I'm gonna go devour this real quick, and I'm gonna see you guys for the third meal of the day, which is gonna be like the post-dinner snack. So finish up that meal. It's a great meal, and now to make everything proper, I'm going to be going on a post-meal, post-digestion walk. So this helps kind of like kickstart the digestion, and one of the best things you could do after eating like a particularly large meal, which you just saw me eat. So you just want to try to make sure that after most of your meals that you are going on like a 10 to 15 minute walk. So I'm going to be walking outside. Yes, it is a little bit late, and normally I would bring the camera along with me, but because it's so dark out, you probably won't really be able to see my face because it's just so dark out, and I'm also black. So yeah, so I'll just wait till I get back. So yeah, I'm gonna go on my walk right now, and yeah, we'll get to it. All right, so it's currently 11:42 p.m. and this is a pretty random time I should be eating, but I had to get my steps on. I didn't get any steps in during the day. It's obviously an important part of, you know, burning a certain amount of calories per day. While I was stepping, I decided to stop by at the grocery and pick up some snacks for my protein ice cream. So I got some M&Ms and I got some Skors. So today we're gonna be making a Skor Biscoff cheesecake protein ice cream. So without further ado, I can like put this all in the description. Just send me a message on Instagram if you want the recipe. Honestly, I don't want to gatekeep these recipes, but essentially this is gonna be like a brownie cheesecake base for chocolate protein ice cream. So I'm gonna be having this. I'm gonna put this in the machine. Once I put it in the machine, then I can throw in some mix-in. So for my mix-ins of choice, I'm gonna be doing a whole lot of stuff today. So this is gonna be my ice cream. I'm mixing some Biscoff in here, some actual cookies. some Biscoff butter, 4 pieces, and blending in some M&Ms. But essentially I have a bunch of calories left over from today because I did have like pretty healthy meals throughout the day. I'm able to, because I like sacrificed earlier in the day, I'm eating foods which are really high in protein and really low in calories. So I have so much more flexibility at night to be able to have like a really sweet treat like this, and to obviously go crazy, have some s'mores, having some M&Ms, having some Biscoff butter, having some Biscoff cookies. And yeah, this is gonna taste really good. So I'm super excited for this. I'm gonna show you guys exactly how I make it. Ooh. Cool. Turn this on. Light ice cream. And now I'll let it do its thing. Oh, let me just press it. I literally forgot to record this as I was eating. That's how good it is. Once I mix the chocolate, doing some scores, put some M&Ms on here too. M&Ms. And then I had some Biscoff cookies, and I've had some Biscoff butter that I used. This is currently what's left. I'm about halfway through. It's been maybe approximately 2 minutes since this has been made. Got my spoon, and now it's just enjoy. Yeah, so that's a full day of eating for me, and this is a pretty realistic day. So here's what I want to do. I want to do a full day of eating like today, where I stayed at home the whole time. Then I'll do another full day of eating where I'm like out and about, so on the road. And so I want to show you guys the difference between the two. But essentially, yeah, you guys saw what I made today. I mean, it was pretty simple. I made some eggs in the morning, and then I made some shrimp, which was pretty good. And then now I'm having ice cream. So I'm literally eating like super chill foods. I'm not eating like, you know, a boring chicken and rice type of diet. And this allows me to look the way I do. You know, I've got my abs without really having to put much effort into it. I just obviously have to walk today. I didn't have to work out. I just have to go on, get my 10,000 steps, but it's not really that hard. And then, yeah, I mean, I get to eat ice cream, get to eat rice and shrimp with some salad, and then some eggs, some potatoes, some barbecue sauce. I mean, yeah, that's kind of it. So, yeah, it's literally that easy. No monkey business, just straight to it. I do want to record another video though, where I show you guys the protein ice cream properly, because I'm kind of upset that I ate before showing you guys. It was one of those things where I was actually really hungry, and I was so excited to eat it. And as soon as it was ready, I just started eating it. So I feel like pretty bad, but I'm gonna make it up. I'm gonna make another one and kind of show you guys that recipe. I might make it into a separate video, I don't know. But this is like probably one of the biggest hacks I found, like actually having like protein ice cream and making it taste like actually good. So that's gonna be that. And so if you have any other questions, nutrition wise, or if you have any issues or struggles getting your protein goal in or eating the right foods, just DM me the word PCT on Instagram, and I'll be happy to reach out. I'll be happy to hear more about your situation and see how I can, you know, help. Regardless, I have a bunch of videos on my page about eating and about nutrition, about how to kind of like, you know, optimize that. So give those videos a watch. And if you still have questions after that, you can let me know and we can kind of talk from there. And if you want to just apply to work directly with me, there's in the YouTube description box a link to work one-on-one with me, and you can just click that, and then we can hop on a call, talk, and see if you're a good fit for my program. And so that's pretty much gonna call the end of the night. So I'm gonna eat this, maybe watch a video on YouTube, and then head to bed. So that's all for me, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.